Oh, those guys are back. It's not good. It's not good in the slightest. Are we going to have a conversation first? Oh no. Oh no! Okay, the paralysis is for the next round though, so this is not... This is not going to help me the slightest! Yeah, this is no way. Not for 45 sanity. With 45 sanity, I can pretty much forget it. And there goes the rest of my team. Okay, the first clash is an easy one. Those hits go towards Sinclair. We can probably tank it. Definitely tank it. Okay. 10 more SP on my guy. Yeah, I shouldn't have clashed with them. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Not worth it! Not worth the risk! Except of maybe my salt. I get something out of it with my salt. Something really good out of it. I claim the boats. Claim the boats is always good. Okay. Ishmael is going to go for a hit. Kinda wish I could clash, but I can't risk it. I just can't risk it right now. I need to build my SP, and the next round he's going to go all out. It's... Wait a second, why did you still go for a clash there? I'm pretty sure I directed it with Feng Lu. Feng Lu is super fast, it should have worked. Did I misclick? Oh, I might have misclicked there. Ugh. Okay, this is still very disgusting. I have to say, very, very disgusting. Okay. Lu was able to avoid that. About to get staggered. Some assault. Same goes to my Sinclair. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, at the very least, we already did more damage as before. I just don't understand how I'm supposed to do this. How the hell am I supposed to do that? It's a fixed target, there's no redirecting this. And I need to win this clash. And it's always the one that she picks herself, right? She's the one who picks this. There's no changing that. Oh no. Well, maybe I'm lucky. Maybe I'm lucky about this. I have to redirect 2 of them. Don't really have a choice here. Seriously, do not have a choice here. At the very least, this time around, his sanity is only 3. That's already an improvement. Definitely, that's definitely already an improvement. It just doesn't feel like 3 turns is enough time to build any reasonable amount of sanity on them. Especially during turn 2, I need to avoid all sorts of staggers. I need to avoid all sorts of staggers. I need to get them ready and preferably have at least 30 SP on all of them. Since I can't tell which of them is going to be the target. Huh? Does that work? With this I could recover some SP. But I barely have enough ego resources for anything right now. And the unbreakable coins are not really helping either. Unbreakables are not going to help us either. I did manage to get a stagger though, so that's going to give us some time. Oh, no! No, I have 30 SP! I literally had 30 SP! Okay. A little struggling. That's not good. Yeah, there's no point in killing them. They just respawn. Infinitely. Is that a passive like that? Oh, this just get final power as well. Ah, lovely. Just lovely. Are you kidding me? I don't have a skill here! What the hell is wrong with you? Do you pick the one without an eagle? Are you kidding me? Literally, I have nothing. I have nothing for this. I literally have nothing right now on Faust. So for turn 3, I need to save a skill on every single one of these characters as well. But I need those powerful skills in order to properly clash with this guy. Even if I try to avoid most of her hits, I need to properly clash with her. I can't allow her to gain any sort of SP. Huh. Yeah, this is bad. Also doesn't help that I currently don't really have a good synergy with these guys yet. Uh-oh. That's a reasonable amount this time around. It's reasonable. Not the entire team was killed. Not that it is good, but still. Definitely would love to keep my Faust at least. Problem is though, my Heathcliff is so slow, he wouldn't even have a chance to do anything about this. So instead of that, he just goes for a singular attack. Yeah, sure. Let's just go for a singular attack. Okay. That is good. Alright, not so bad. 10 hits. Still alive. Barely alive. Oh, god. Well, it was pretty obvious that she's going to stagger my Don there. Wasn't much that I could have done against that. Just how many reinforcements are there? Are they actually infinite? I have a feeling that they're infinite. Gonna take that away from Don. Yeah, Don might have a chance to survive this. Oh, are you kidding? Oh, that's no! I need to lower her SP. That is desperately needed. We desperately need that. I barely scratch her. Oh, this is not gonna get good. Okay, so during the next round, Ryosha has some trouble hitting him. Oh, okay, there goes my Sinclair. And of course you go for my Otis. Why wouldn't you go for my freaking Otis? She has no ego! What the hell is she supposed to do against that? There's nothing she can do about it! Watch that. Okay. Okay. That is definitely going to kill my Otis, but maybe I can save the others. Maybe I can save the others. Oh god. 23, 22, 22. Okay, a little bit of bleeds. It's gonna be helpful. 7, 14, 27. Thank you very much, Rodion. I definitely need that. Okay. Lucky. Unlucky. Didn't kill him. Okay, I take that. Faust? Please? Finish off the other guy? Thank you! This is going to give us a little bit of SP recovery, even though Faust is kind of dead, because every single enemy around here has freaking red coins! God! I can't with the red coins! Okay, you're going to block the Rodion. I might need it in the next round. Another stagger. Cliff, please don't. Okay. Well, the very least is still survived it. I take that. Honglu was down. Okay. Another stagger. That's not good. I was kind of hoping that you didn't ended up clashing with them. Well. Things are looking grimmer and grimmer. Okay, Don and Ryosho, you need to dodge every single one of those hits. Don't even go for a freaking clash. Just avoid it altogether. Avoid it altogether. Avoid every single one of those hits. Screw everything that he tries to do against you guys. Just dodge everything. Or die trying, I guess. Okay. I'm running out of guys. Running out of guys. Okay. Okay. So Ryosho flashes twice. I need to tank that. Can I take that? Oh, I don't know about that. Okay, that sounds more reasonable. That sounds more reasonable. Other than that, I don't have a plan. Absolutely no idea. We just have to tank it somehow. Lower the SP by a minimal amount. Okay. More knives. More binds. Why does it always have to involve unbreakable coins? I just don't understand it. It's always unbreakable coins that give me so much problems. And then they give every single enemy type always unbreakable coins. At some point, they need to learn how to trust a little. It's getting out of hand. It's just getting out of hand. God, you're dead, Gregor. You're still dead. There's no way. Yeah, there's absolutely no way. Huh? Wait. He sees the backdoor side of the truck. Even if the portal opens now, we can't reach it. That's why it has cutscenes. Doesn't change what needs to be done. We have to take care of him. Get the bus, girly. And we're heading off to HQ. For fuck's sake, guys! We can't even fight Fallout! Despite Ryoshi's assurance, the sinner did not share her confidence at all that no harm would come to Sharon. So they were confined to fend off the animated corpses and are unable to fight aggressively. Ryoshi was the only one unfazed enough to raise a sword against the assailant in this cramped battlefield. What was that? Bothersome little half-wit. Arms straight, I see. How many times, just how many times must I repeat myself? What's that? Oh, come on now, stop fussing about it. It couldn't have hurt it that much. On your feet, get off your ass. What makes you think you deserve a break now? Quit being a whiny little brat and pick up that sword. Slash straight. See? That wasn't so bad, right? Yeah. If I ever hear you whine again, I will rip your hair clean off of your head. So get your act together. You're not stranger to the sword style, I see. The Polymitan style. I have been trained in it as well. Did you learn it from Melisina, the Boost Hound? I must ask you not to insult her with such a crude apathy. My master gave me an order when she imparted the style to me. To temper and hone it until my mastery of it becomes indistinguishable from yours. My swordcraft is now on par with that of your past self, and will still belong to the House of the Spiders. Learning it without understanding anything, and only obsessively copying my style, I see. Wasting time over some sort of mimicry is beyond ridiculous. If you're no more than a copycat, then the angle of your wrist and the distance between your feet, the balance of the sword itself, every one of these has to be exact, because even a single incongruity. Are you actually that incompetent? Or do you enjoy the beating? Maintain your stance. Don't even bother your stupid little head in trying to be clever, and just stick to what you have been taught. Take what you memorize and move accordingly. The sooner you become the blade that cuts for all, the better it is for all. Only then can I will break your form, making your swordsmanship as precarious as a tightrope walk heading straight for a fall. You're not different from those wind-up dolls over there. Dolls? Call me a wind-up doll all you want. It just doesn't matter. You, likewise, are unable to recall and properly wield their style, which tells me my usefulness has not yet run its course. I must perfect every form you have been taught, even if I must repeat the same stance 1,000, no, 10,000s of times. If I am to be a perfectly tailored textbook version of you. What? Well, what if I said I have no need for childish study aids? Your rejection is inconsequential to me. My role as your textbook has already begun. Wait, who's teaching who now? What is going on between those two? Then I will illustrate my very own art for you. Until you're slashed and cleaved beyond recognition. Ah, damn, my eyes are torn up again. Yep, I landed on the right place. That's my ticket, alright. Melisina? Wait, didn't they just talk about that? Huh? Okay. Gah! See? I told you, Lucille. You could spend years honing your skills. But that still won't be close enough to catch up to our Yoshihide. Where did that punch come from? The man staggered a little, his head jerked to the side from the impact of a blow. Isn't it obvious by now that you've seen it for yourself? How sad and pathetic your progress has been. Exactly this is the problem with Greenhorn, who haven't had a taste of war yet. They don't know what it's like to crawl through the muck and grim of a battlefield, where the slightest inattention can get your head blown clean off. When faced with a superior opponent like that, don't just rely on bronze, but redirect the force of their attack to the side by locking their arcs with the tip of your swords. I have said it time and times again. And when you're outnumbered, lower your form and draw a wide arc with your sword. Did you forget everything that I drilled into you after shouting myself to horses? I mean horse. Either way, secure corner. Force them to get to you in a singular file. Because position is the most important thing here. Didn't I already tell you all of this before? Did you punch him even further? This is really not necessary, lady. If your Shahida is to recall even one more lesson from me, the textbook can afford to have any of these defects. Please, forgive me, Master. But I guess you did manage to collect this one as instructed. Maybe you're not completely useless after all. Hatred fig in her voice. Ryoshu hisses, the thumb's nurse father, under her breath as she shifts into a blade-drawn stance against the second assailant. Oh, it's the same look that she gave Lei Hing, or what his name was again. That is not a good sign. Hey there! How have you been doing, Figget? Your form really has become a wreck since you were away. Just seeing that sloppy grip makes me sigh out loud. I had to beat that habit out of you back in the days as well. Remember? Still, this reunion has been a long time coming, so I suppose I owe you a bit of courtesy here. You're old enough now to understand what I'm saying without me having to resort to the occasional backhand, aren't you? Figget? Still intending on calling me that, huh? Clearly, you're still just a sad sack of shit, stuck wallowing in a sinkhole of your own making. Did you just call me a sack of shit? Yes, she did. Ha, you bitch! You should know your place before barking at your betters. Sensing a sudden prison outside, the so-called farm nurse father snatched Sharon into her arms and swiftly assumed a fighting stance. Virtuous! My guy! I need you! Okay, I think things are about to get better from here. I hope so, at least. Oh, she joins the fight. Oh, that's not good. Ryoshu! Virtuous! Okay. And she's doing all that while holding on to Sharon? Well, otherwise she would probably die. A couple of hits from Virtuous would already be enough. That guy is a beast. A freaking beast! Manager Dante. It seems that I must apologize for what has happened today. Virtuous? I was stalled by my personal issue here and a certain unresolved business from the past. We're stalled? Vert, you're hurt! These are not from the assailant, so you don't need to worry about that. It just so happened that I was involved in a rather troublesome matter prior to our encounter. It's all my fault. The Red Gaze, I should have protected her. Saudi's voice trembles as she apologized profusely to Virtuous. No, this happened because I couldn't stop him from going after you. And of course, he had to go for your arm. That wound looks worse by the second. Go get it treated the moment we deal with this situation. Yes, I will. Virtuous meets the thumb's nurse father's gaze head on. The thumb, I see. The finger that makes up for the incompetence with their duplicity and cowardice, only to then hide it all behind their mask of honor. You appeared exactly as we received the transmission that the HQ research facility was under attack. Then, your purpose here must be to storm me by any means possible, even if you have to resort to an old and tired method of taking a hostage. Yes, the way that you are reacting to this, I guess you're totally nailing it. She is your cake. Remember, Figget? Remember what I told you when you so immodestly stuffed your face with that cake and smeared cream all over yourself. Smiling like an idiot in such filth makes me want to smash the cake to the floor. So don't you dare let on even a hint of craving for that cake while I am looking, no matter how sweet or delicious it might be. What did I say, Figget? What did I just say? If you're gonna start trouble again, you better not show it in your face. Else, I'll catch on to it. Did she beat up Ryoshu? And stop fucking around and tell me straight. Tell me, why are you? What the hell is wrong with this house? Huh? No wonder she refuses to talk. No wonder she hides all of her emotions. They're unreasonable around here. You know what? Be like that. Keep mum and brood in silence all you want. That's okay? I will find that. And I will split it into pieces. You're not getting past me. You think this eye is just for show? An eye? Well, Valdecina, I don't know how much confidence you're putting in that eyeball, but I doubt you will storm me for long with that half-functional relic of yours. A trickle of blood has begun, dribbling down the intruder's cheek from her covered eye. Oh, this? And she grinned without a care. Oh yes, it is starting to hurt more and more the closer I got to Figget. But it's going to get better soon. Figget is about to leave this place. You see? She is? Hey, shit it! Are you not here to kill me? Ha! Shit it now, you rude bitch! Have you forgotten all about your manners? The woman seemed to be having a hard time holding back her hands. Well, apparently she's under orders. That's good. You should use this fact as much as you can, Ryoshu. But after a few deep breaths, she visibly relaxes and continues on. Glad you finally figured that out. Now fuck off as soon as the back door opens. The other nurse fathers are waiting for you as well, so show some proper manners to them. Oh, or is it that your brain of yours is too messed up to even remember who's who and which is which? Why don't you take this time to think what you're going to say to them? No, I think she's good. Hey, hold on there! If you're going to just let us go anyways, then why don't you just let go of Sharon? Sip it. Right, Ishmael, don't forget, we are not allowed to talk to them directly. I don't know if they outrank us or not. The last time, somebody lost an arm and a tongue, you know? The thumb's nurse father mutters viciously. I hate presumptuous idiots who don't even know their place, butting into our conversations. Friends of yours, huh? Figget? Yeah. Oh, we are? Oh, that's nice. That's so. Then I don't suppose there's anything wrong with sending them all there as well. After all, why discourage a swarm of flies from flying straight into the web that we have spun? Her eyes fix intensely on Virgilus. The farm's nurse father slowly backs away from the back door and opens the way for us. But the back door to the HQ hasn't really opened yet. We have to rescue Sharon first and then... Do not hesitate, Dante. That is indeed the path that you must bring the sinners to. Virgilus continues coldly, as though he was reading my mind. In fact, you should probably go for the back door like she said, if you want to help Sharon. The entire circumstance at the back door has been engineered to hold me, and only me, back. And what awaits beyond the back door is what they are orchestrating in order to summon you and the sinners there. Correct. I wouldn't want your dash of red to snip our elaborated web to pieces. Portals connected to HQ. It is almost established. But every firewall protecting connection to HQ has already been bypassed. So what is this? And it must be via the defenseless backdoor. Our backdoor. For which the intruders have broken in. Oh. Seems like it's there. Portal connecting to HQ. It is established. Are you coming with us? If Faust goes, then I'll be the only one left here who knows how to operate the back door in order to calibrate them. I guess I'll have to stay behind, at least until Mr. Virtuous has rescued Sharon. But aren't they just going to murder you in order to ensure that he can, follows us in? And you're not really in good shape either. Who knows how long you can last? You might want to come in and get it fixed somewhere on the way. I guess that's not really an option either, because we aren't really sure what exactly is going on at HQ right now. Well, I guess for now we have to go in. As always, Ryosho did not prolong the conversation. She did not bother to impart even a quick goodbye. As she walks into the shadows that awaits us beyond the corridor. I give Saudi a nod in her state. Dante, the fourth sinner's thread is pulled tautly. It is precariously close to snapping, but it is also sharper than any sort of blade, that it might sever all that comes into contact with it. You must remember that. What kind of thread is Virtuous talking about? Snapping, severing. I wasn't yet sure what exactly he was referring to, but it won't be severed. Not when the chain still binds us together. I replied, absent-mindedly rubbing the area where the chain has connected me to the sinners, and bursted out. Right. Now then, let us proceed, Dante. Right. Let's go to hell! If this is just an introduction battle and my team is already getting ripped to shreds, that is a clear indicator that the next couple of battles are going to be extra rough. This is gonna be fun, Ryosho. This is definitely going to be fun. With Virtuous words hanging heavily over us, we made our way into the back door, connecting the HQ research facility. And we barely survived it. No clear rewards. But I take that. I definitely take... How was I supposed to... I was supposed to beat that somehow in 10 turns. Oh. Well, survival was already a problem. I might want to bring a bleed team into this, considering how many times she hits us. Right? Or him. How many times he hits us. But not for now. I'm not gonna worry about that now. No way. I'm not gonna worry about it now. For now, we are just going to continue the story in mutilated memories. Okay then. So, were we able to reach HQ safely? Hopefully? Announcer. Arriving at the LCE department. Guess the system are still working. That's, a good sign. Wait a second, are those pink ribbons? Oh, I don't like the look of that. Oi! What the hell? The sight that had greeted us was nothing like what we have remembered from our last visit for our regular checkup. We are too late. I thought HQ's reinforcement would be holding the line, or at the very least, that I would like to walk into an open battle. Yet there was nobody left standing, much less making a run for it anymore. All we could see were bodies slumped along the floor, filling the corridor in motionless silence. This is just awful. I never thought the ship would go down this badly. Faust, do you have any idea how many of the LCEs are actually combat ready? I mean, technically speaking, all of them are researchers. I'm not even sure if they are meant to fight. And our base is in a different dimension, right? Separate from everything else. Maybe they thought they never really needed to, train for combat. Well, the ego gear that they are wearing are researched and extracted with combat in mind. The LCE tend to encounter more combat trials and experiments compared to the other research-focused departments. The vast majority of its employees are required to have at least completed the basic training pertaining to the aforementioned in order to be ready for the egos. As for the ego equipments themselves, although the current research and extraction process may be sophisticated enough to see some considerable use in combat, it would seem that they are ill-equipped to handle pre-planned ambushes such as this. Without chance that those lab nerds could do anything in a real fight, let alone against the spiders out on the Browns. No. The memories came flooding back, researchers jotting down our checkup results on a pile of paper, and Hohenheim with his droppy, tired eyes, leaving through the files. We barely even exchanged our goodbyes when he rounded up the burned-out lab staff, who were already pulling their hair out from the sheer level of stress that they were about to face, to oversee another experiment in the process. Assault, if you happen to notice anyone who looks like Hohenheim, let me know ASAP. Right. He would probably be able to tell right away. He only needs a glance. I have identified 3 bodies in various states that make immediate recognition challenging. However, their stature and attire makes it extremely unlikely that any of them are Hohenheim. From the looks of it, they probably didn't even get a chance to put up any meaningful resistance before they were killed. With a glum look in his eyes, Gregor examined the bodies strewed across the floor. Out of 32 bodies, 26 show identical physical trauma. Physical? Identical? Every one of them has a spiral-shaped perforation of... Wait, what? At the center of the chest, over where the heart is. The cause of the death seemed to be the same type of spiral weapon that they're holding in their hands, manager. They are holding in their hands? Okay. These spirals. I think they pulled them out of themselves. But why would they? Did that kill them? Okay. Soft. Ryosho cast her gaze down, quietly eyeing her palm. From the cryptic words and the contemplation look on her face, I could easily guess that she was taking a trip to the shadow of her past. Touching an invisible object with her palm and feeling its texture in search of something that should have been in her hands. I've been through enough to know that we would have visited her past together. However, it didn't happen. Or did it? Wait. Oh! Little Ryoshu! Is that a hoodie? I think that's a little hoodie! What I've witnessed was completely different from the memories of the other sinners that I've seen so far. The vision I saw was completely fragmented. Was she trying to forget? As if a blade had cut up her memories into pieces. Within Ryosho's memories, something did indeed rest in her palm. However, I couldn't even make out whether its hue was closer to black or white. Was it some kind of food, a weapon, or something else entirely? Even the expression that crossed her face when she saw it, and the words that slipped from her lips in that moment, escaped me. One thing I saw for sure, though. was that the person who, in all likelihood, had given it to her was letting out a lazy puff of smoke, swirling in the air. Watching Ryosha's reaction in complete ease. Smoke, huh? Are we finally able to get some smoke ideas around here? That's one of my favorite archetype. But I can guess why they are not giving them out that easily. I mean, in the last game they were so broken, lowering the defense, constant fragility debuff on all of the enemies, that give all sorts of buffs to the attack as well. It was crazy. It was really handy for us to have. They might need to debuff it to the ground though in order to make it viable. Otherwise it would just break the entire game again. God. I gazed back upon the cryptic sense of Ryosha's memory that flashed before my eyes. Ryosha, was there anything that you were able to remember? I mean, I was able to see it as well, but, you know... Saru. That name's all that I can remember. Saru? So you mean... As you have seen, Clock, my mind has been hacked into tatters. The sequence and the shapes, everything is entangled. There's nothing I can explain about my memories right now. Well, it seems we've gotten the gist of the situation at least. The worst case scenario here would be a breach from the outside happening with abnormalities, distortion, and Picatulas break containment all at once. Did that happen? Whoa, now that's a situation I don't really want to even think about. We would be fighting trespassers and all kinds of monsters broken loose. Precisely. And that sums up our present circumstance. Right. Otis wastes no time to deliver the conclusion that had killed everyone's morals. Let's start from the beginning. First, the LCE department found itself under attack by a group of unidentified hostiles 2 hours prior. The weapon used to massacre the researchers are not uniform. The victims appear to have been killed with various assortment of arms. Here? Uh-oh! My darling daughter! Eyes on me when using straight weapons that leave the furthest reaching arcs. Eyes on me when using weapon that kills with the tiniest incisions. Eyes on me when using flexible weapons that crush anything they make contact with. Were you taught pretty much all sorts of weapon styles, from pierce, slash, and blunt? I see. What a tangled mess indeed. Just like that bastard. Bastard, huh? Hard to tell what kind of weapon they were using here. Damn. Ryosha whipped her hair back, furrowed her eyebrow in annoyance. Safe to say that the killer is adapting with at least 3 different types of weapons. Now, moving on. This was a surprise attack, carried out without any delay whatsoever, and the LCE had no time to even plan a counterattack. It was, well, for lack of a better word, massacre. Now, here's something that demands our attention. It appears the invaders had an abnormality containment unit open, only after they've confirmed that the surprise attack has been carried out successfully. That sure is fishy. I mean, shouldn't it be the other way around? Start with the containment breach and then strike when the havoc is reaching its highest point? Weird. Either way, unlocking the containment unit first, let the monster wreak havoc through the facility, and then swoop in during the chaos in order to finish off the stranglers. That should have been an easier course of action. Indeed, the enemy's strategy is highly unusual. As for why they resorted to such an unusual move, there are 2 plausible explanations. First, that the enemy may be comprised of fighters skilled enough to forgo the diversion tactics. You mean there could be more who are as strong as the woman in the truck Who almost killed us and kidnapped Sharon? Hopefully not, but it's very likely. And secondly, that the enemy may have purposely unleashed abnormalities from the cage as a follow-up measure. A follow-up measure? Are thou implying that those villains sought to disguise their attack? No, the chance of a cover-up is almost non-existent, unless they have precise knowledge of scavenger abnormalities that could devour the corpses clean. The enemies would have never left any sort of identifiable wounds on their victims. It makes more sense that their goal was to delay HQ's main reinforcements in order to keep them from reaching the scene on time, as we did. A delay technique? See, maybe they were looking for something. Possibly. They must have a specific objective in mind when they broke through here. Which means, whatever they are looking for should be here somewhere. Something elusive and so well hidden that they had to distract us by buying themselves some time. We need to hurry then, before they actually get it, right? Something elusive. They are not about to steal our branches, right? So far, all the branches that we've gotten were delivered to HQ. But I'm pretty sure our branches are not stored in a singular department like the LCE, right? Where everyone goes in order to get their checkups. It should have been at the very core of the building themselves. At the very least. Now we have Wait, what is that word? Apiciokum? Here? With all sorts of peccatulas, you see? Well, at the very least, we are finding some familiar faces. Right? This is fine. It's just a bunch of peccatulas. They're all mixed together. All sorts of types mixed together. Maybe they should have lowered the numbers a little bit more, but I guess for the research purposes, they couldn't really do that. They couldn't really do that. Oh well, let me just clean this up really quickly. Okay, so her arrow always takes priority. No matter the speed, no matter which attack is lined up, the arrow always takes priorities. But only if you have guarded beforehand. Okay. And pretty much any attack gets turned into an arrow, a range attack, as long as you've charged. Doesn't really seem like she makes any sort of difference between them. Does that mean all of them are counted as lust skills, or can I just change the type of the arrow depending on our needs? Depending on which skill I convert to an arrow. Huh. Well, regardless, I guess that just requires more testing, but it's good to know, right? In case anybody's trying to be sneaky and kill one of my guys, a fixed target or something like that, at 10 speed, I can just shoot them down. If she already has an arrow ready for that. So, okay. Next, 9-7. The Paradox of the Spiral. Okay. Is it related to this thing here? You did say there was a spiral-like thing in their chest that they were trying to pull out. And I'm pretty sure that was the thing that you got from them. So yeah. Huh? As we were battling our way through the escaped Picatulas, Gregor came to a sudden stop. Wait, you fella hear something? It kinda sounds like breathing. It is faint. Yes, I hear it as well. It is in this general direction. Basalt stares at the giant containment chamber door where it lays on the ground, smashed and knocked loose. How likely is it that it might be a Pecatulum or, you know, an enemy combatant? Unlikely. The breathing is unstable and shallow, like that of a wounded tune. Alright. Hey, Otis, it would only be right for us that we try to save them, if there's even the smallest chances that they are a survivor, right? Even though we're in no position for any sort of rescue mission right now, our only way back is a teleporter that leads into the arms of the thumb. Everything else is covered in enemies, and we don't even know where HQ's reinforcements are. If they're even coming in the first place, maybe they're already dead. I suppose that could leave a not so negative impression of us on the HQ. But we're actually going to try it. Alright. I mean, I'm not against it, but the chances of succeeding are really, really low. We kneeled around the fallen door, slipped our fingers under the debris, and lifted. The door rose with a loud, metallic creak.